What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chichi Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
That one time, a Super 304 made it onto The Bachelor. So guys, this is a really viral video that's been making its rounds all across social media. And it was an episode of The Bachelor when one of the females, the women on the show, slept with one of the producers. Not The Bachelor, but she was having entanglements, relations with the crew, right? She belonged to the squad. If you're unfamiliar with what The Bachelor is, the TV show in which a single bachelor chooses a potential wife from a group of contestants. So one guy, bunch of women love to watch it. I mean, love to watch this show. They will watch this shit. And I found it very ironic how women will tell each other not to compete over a man, will shame men for having a rotation of women, but will obsessively watch shows where a group of women are competing over a man. But that's for another topic. In this video, we're going to be reacting to that chick getting caught. And what's weird about this is they actually did it on screen, on camera for everyone to see. The caption of the video reads, "The only time a contestant got involved with a producer." No more wasting time. Let's get it.
This is something we've never had to deal with in the history of this show.
What's that?
I am very sorry that we have to have this conversation. It's very awkward. Rosalind, you entered into an inappropriate relationship with one of our staffers. That staffer is no longer working with us because of what happened. We feel it's now impossible to then now form a meaningful relationship with Jake out of respect for everybody here. The girls, Jake, yourself.
So you think
The face of a woman who got caught red-handed and has nowhere to run.
that there's no other girls here that felt for other people before they came on the show?
No, not at all. Because it wasn't a relationship you had back home. It's something that just happened on our show with someone who works on this show.
I'm not going to say anything. That puts me in a bad position.
And again,
Yo, you know, when they heard about this, they had a meeting and said, okay, so we can tell her that we know about this outside of the show and then just get rid of her. Or we can do it live in front of the cameras and hike up these ratings.
I'm not sitting here in judgment of you. Nobody is. I'm not saying it was wrong. It's something that happened. The bottom line is this. We feel, because of what's happened, it's impossible for you to continue on this show. Does that make sense, too?
Yeah, it makes
Because that's
sense.
important, too. And we feel that...
I respect that.
Okay. And we feel that you need to leave tonight. Go pack your stuff.
All right, guys, you saw it for yourself. As always, the internet had a lot to say about this specific situation. First commenter comes from a woman and says, who cares? She got married and had kids with that staff guy. So good for her. Wow. Did she? Okay, did not expect that. Hey, if that happened, then there was no stopping that, right? If she went on to marry the dude and had kids with him, okay, didn't see this coming. Another comment here from another woman says, it's in your contract that you're not allowed to have a relationship with any staff while taping. This is interesting. If you imagine this was a guy and he did this with a woman, I think the consequences might have been a lot more severe, especially when you see people like Beyonce and I forgot who else, another musician. They're doing like these Me Too checks on production sets for their performances, right? Where they'll go around asking like, hey, did any creepy guys, I'm assuming, okay, I mean, a little bit facetious, any creepy guys make you uncomfortable? You know, I'm assuming something along those lines. There's probably steps to prevent that type of thing from happening. Let's check out a few more of these comments. The next comment here says, I like how she initially acts like she has no clue what he's talking about. And another gentleman responded back to that guy and said that they never admit to anything until the last possible moment. Next comment here reads, I came on the show to find love. I'm sorry you thought you could pick who that would be for me. That's all she needed to say. And someone else responded back to that guy and says, then why continue with the show? She found love and still wanted to date the Bachelor. Question mark. That's a good question. That's a good question. She probably wanted the exposure, the attention, of course. This next comment here says, wait, the Bachelor, so this person's talking about the actual guy, is encouraged to sleep around with many, okay? The contestants, the women, many women, are expected to be monogamous while he does. So that one got 11K likes. And of course, is there women who do not like the fact that when you are a highly sought after male, women will share you. Literally will go on a show and fight over you for the whole world to see. Another guy here responded back to that comment and said, same for when Bachelorette occurs. And yes, that's exactly what's expected. True, but I would assume that if you had a Bachelorette on the show and she really liked the guy and then found out that he smashed one of the crew members, I could see her not caring. I could see her actually being attracted to that guy even more. Of course, women would say, no, that's terrible. When a woman is interested in you, in most cases, especially if it's not official, any woman before that relationship who seeks you sexually is social proof that you are pre-vetted, highly sought after, and your value is higher than average. Another man here says, I'm not judging, it's not wrong, but everyone involved is fired and you're off the show. LMAO, bye. Someone else responded back to that guy and says he was loving that power trip. Yeah, I know. I know, man. He was on there talking about, do you know what this means? Do you know what you have done? Yeah, man. It's like guys see a guy in the crew get all the chicks and they're just like, should have been me. Then maybe you wouldn't have gotten fired. Another person here added to the conversation, says, no, he was nice about it, but obviously they can't keep her after that. I truly doubt this is the first time that this has happened on the show. I do believe this might be the first time a chick has gotten caught, right? This had to have happened before. Listen, guys, as always, curious to know what you think. Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for checking out another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.